Hi guys, it's the first Sunday in the season of Epiphany. Yay! Epiphany is when the wise men brought their gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. And the gold, you know what that stuff represents? The gold represents the Christ child's royalty, and the frankincense represents his priesthood. And the myrrh is used for packing dead bodies and stuff in, or at least it was back in biblical times. So that foreshadowed his death. Anyway, it's a very overcast, kind of drizzly looking Sunday. We're supposed to have a really big storm moving in, so yay. I don't like the rain. I'm so glad that now the days are getting longer. Once we hit the winter equinox, it's spring for me. I consider it to be spring because the daylight is increasing every single day, and it's going to get warm any minute. Anyway, it's been kind of a dramatic few days, you guys. Had some drama going on. In my own life and on YouTube and the dog and, life just throwing you curves because that's what life does. But I had to blacklist one of my viewers, and I never anticipated that ever even being necessary. But, something wasn't quite right. This person, for some reason, decided I'm not an okay person and decided to try and help me lose some friends, which is kind of messed up. But in any case, I'm hoping that that's going to just blow over and go the way of all things. Something kind of interesting that happened in the last few days was, I'm trying to think what night it was. It must have been Thursday night. Yeah, I think it was Thursday night. It was right after I'd made my last video. So yeah, I think that was Thursday. And I came home and I was actually feeling really refreshed because I'd had my afternoon at the bookstore, and that was just like so cool, and had me time, and just felt really reinvigorated and re-inspired, and it was all really good. So I came home and I'm sitting in front of my computer just doing my usual thing at, I don't know, it was 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And out of the corner of my eye, let me kind of illustrate this for you, okay? I'm sitting at this computer desk right here. And as you can see, our sliding door is right there. And out of the corner of my eye, I could see something like flash out the sliding glass door. And so I looked, and there's flame. Flame, like 20 feet high flame, coming up higher than the level of this balcony, which is, as you can see, a good 25 feet off the ground. So these flames were 25, 30 feet high, and they're shooting up into the sky, and as far as I'm concerned, our house is on fire. Like, the downstairs is burning, and flames are shooting out the window and going up the side of the house. So I freak out. I go running out onto the balcony, and, all I can see, it's dark, and it was actually raining. It was a light rain, but it was raining, and this huge flame just, shooting up, and that's all I could see. So I screamed, Michael, call the fire department! And as soon as I said that, I hear a voice from down in the backyard saying, no, don't yell that. And I thought, what do you mean, don't yell, what? So I look down, where the flames are coming from, and there's my neighbor, my downstairs neighbor, and he decided it would be a good idea to burn his Christmas tree. I guess since it was raining, he thought, this will be a good time to do it. Let's just throw it in the fire pit and torch it. So he had put this pine tree in the fire pit and torched it. And of course, those things are like full of pine oil. They're one of the most flammable things on the planet. And so it just like, it was an inferno burning this Christmas tree. And it scared the absolute bejesus out of me. It made me so mad that he thought that was an okay idea. But what made me angrier was that he said, no, 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 don't yell that. This man has a 3-year-old child downstairs. She might not even be 3 yet. She's a little girl. And he's telling me don't yell when I see flames 30 feet high outside of his apartment. I mean, sometimes I really wonder about people's sanity. That was like so uncool. My knees were rubber for at least 30 minutes afterwards. I mean, I just like couldn't calm down. And maybe part of it is that, 3 months ago, we had some really, really big fires in this county. I mean, you all heard about it on the news. We're just a little bit fire shy. And I've never been in a building that's been on fire or anything. So when I saw that, I had no experience. I had no clue what was going on. All I knew was that, big, dangerous flame, scream, yell, run, get out, get the dog. Nah, 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 nah. I have a crazy neighbor. I got the crazy neighbor. So anyway, I was pretty mad at him. So that was the fire adventure. Then there was the adventure with the viewer on YouTube that I had to block. Then there was a friend of a friend who started posting suicidal postings on Facebook. So I kind of had to not intervene with that, but support people that were close to the suicidal person and, help them navigate that. And then Maya went to go for a ride with me yesterday, day before, whatever. All the days are bleeding together, you guys. But Maya went to go for a ride with me, and as she jumped into the car, she cried out really loud. So she's got something going on with, I think, a toe. Could be a dew claw, but I think it's a toe. So I've kind of been nursing her little toe, giving her aspirin and putting ice on it. And yeah, I don't know what she did to her little toe, but we're dealing with that. I've got notes in front of me so I could remember exactly what I wanted to share with you guys. The notebook, the workbook that I got myself, it's my last video. Wow, you guys, I'm not on the ball today. I'm running on way little sleep, too. I couldn't sleep last night to save my neck. But yeah, I got this workbook when I went to the bookstore, whatever day that was. And I got this book this workbook on anxiety. And it is really an amazing book. In fact, the following day I went to my shrink and told him about the book and, who the author was and what the philosophy was behind it. And he thought it sounded awesome. So, yay. So I've been working on that, and it feels good. It feels like I'm embarking on something that might work for me. And it's all about acceptance. It's all about the serenity prayer. It's all about if nothing changes, nothing changes. It's all about fake it till you make it. So I'm faking it, and faking it so far feels pretty good. Yeah. I'm making a few changes in my life, just trying to take a little bit better care of me without taking it, to a selfish place, but just not letting myself go out to lunch with negative thoughts. And the neat thing about this workbook and the philosophy behind it is that if you have anxiety or you have, depressing thoughts or perseveration of thought, that the idea is the more you fight it, the more you try and say, don't feel that way, oh my God, I just don't feel like that, just feel happy. The more you fight it, actually the worse it gets. So the idea behind this workbook and this therapy style is to accept what you feel and just move forward with it. In other words, take your emotional burdens and your perseveration and your anxiety and just move through life with it, because you're going to have it. It's going to be something you carry, but it doesn't have to be an albatross around your neck. I hope that makes sense. It's kind of like accepting your negative thoughts, loving yourself with it or without it, and just going forward. Just going forward. Anyway, I hope it works. I hope it helps me make the changes in my life that I need to make to get healthier and like that. I haven't been sleeping in my own bedroom for, I guess, about 2-3 weeks now. I moved into the living room because Michael's a smoker. And because he does have mobility issues, I don't require him to go outside to smoke. I probably could, it would make things difficult for him. And maybe I shouldn't care if things are difficult for him around smoking. But, I don't know. I'm a wuss. Anyway, I let him smoke in the bedroom. And my cough kind of started getting bad again. I have COPD, so I try to kind of take care of my lungs. I mean, to an extent. I obviously have some habits myself that aren't exactly good for my lungs, but that's kind of at a minimum. It's not like cigarette smoking where you're having a cigarette, every half an hour or an hour. So I've been sleeping out here. This is kind of my little space now. See, my couch. It's got my pillow on it. It's got my bathrobe on it. It looks like trash. But, we have somebody coming over. I'll move that stuff. But, I'm trying to do stuff that's better for me. I'm trying to eat better. Trying to, have an avocado now and then. Vegetable juice now and then instead of Coca-Cola. I'm trying to watch my cholesterol. I liked it when I was 20. I was 20, I didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. I slept like a baby. I ate what I wanted to and felt great regardless. I want to be 20 again, you guys. Can I be 20 again, please? No, when I was 20, I didn't know anything. I thought I did. Thought I knew everything. I think I've acquired a little bit of wisdom now. I'm 58. Been around the block a few times. I'm certainly no genius. And I certainly don't know everything about the world. But I know a few things. And I'm learning a few things. And I'm learning how to preserve my own health and sanity, which is not something I tried to do at all at 20. I don't know why, I'm just kind of having a little shoot the shit day with you. I don't feel like going anywhere. I did church. Church was nice. And now I'm home for Sunday afternoon. It's drizzly. I thought, let's just sit down and have a chat with my friends, upload at my leisure, and yeah, it'll all be good. So this really is kind of a nothing, go nowhere kind of video. Probably really boring. Maybe the part about the fire might have been kind of interesting. Or the part about the dog's toe. I don't know. I'll try and come up with something a little more interesting for my next video. Maybe we'll cook something again. I mean, we can still have cookies, right? It's not Vlogmas, but we can still have cookies. I can even make gingerbread men again if I want. I can make gingerbread dogs. I can make gingerbread Donald Trumps. I can make gingerbread whatever I want. Be good to one another, you guys. Be gentle with one another's spirits. We've all been through crap. You know, let's be nice. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Don't forget Granny loves you. And I'll see you right around the corner. Bye.